friends! Welcome to Family Storytime with Northfield Public Library. My name is Emily, and I like to start Storytime with a song about being a book dragon. You know, sometimes they say that people that love to read are bookworms, but I think we're fiercer than that. I think we love to read and we're book dragons. So, I'm going to sing a song. You can sing along if you know the words, and at the end we get to give a great big dragon roar. Here's how it goes. I am a book dragon, I love to read. I am a book dragon, I love to read. I read and I read till my eyes get sore. And then I give a dragon roar. 1, 2, 3, roar! Okay, let's do that one more time. But let's read with our fingers. Did you know that some people read with their fingers? Yeah. If you are blind or losing your sight, you can learn a bumpy language called Braille. And instead of reading with your eyes, you read with your fingers. So this time we'll sing, I read and I read till my fingers get sore. Okay? I am a book dragon, I love to read. I am a book dragon, I love to read. I read and I read till my fingers get sore. Ouch! And then I give a dragon roar. Roar! Oh, what excellent dragon roars. Okay, today's story time is about this letter. What letter is this? Do you know this one? Shout out its name. Oh, yeah, very good. What sound does O make? Yeah, it makes it sound like ah, 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 like octopus and ostrich. It also makes it sound like its own name, O, like oatmeal and ocean. Today our story is going to be about the ocean. Now, as we look at our letter O, what shape does it remind you of? Does it look like a triangle? Not so much. I think it looks like a circle, don't you? Like a circle. And the inside maybe even looks like an oval. Looks like an oval, which is kind of a squashed circle. And so today's tip is about shapes and playing with shapes. Playing with shapes helps kids get ready to recognize letters. So whether you've got shape blocks or shape magnets or a shape sorter or things like that, letters are made up of shapes, and so getting your hands on those can help you when it comes time to recognize your letters and get ready to read. Let's put a finger up in the sky, and we're gonna write a letter O in the sky. This is a fun one, right? We're just kind of drawing a big circle. So we're gonna go like this. Hey, it's our letter O. Good job with our letter O. So, we in fact have something that's hiding behind one of these doors that begins with the letter O. We have an octopus, an octopus. And I wonder what door our octopus is hiding behind. Let's see, we have a blue one, a purple one, a red one, a yellow one. You pick a color right now. Do you think it's purple, blue, yellow, or red? You can tell your grown-up what you think. Maybe your grown-up could pick a color too. We're gonna do a special rhyming chant together to find our octopus. And it goes like this. Octopus, octopus, playing hide and seek. Are you behind the blue door? Let's take a peek. All right, did you choose blue? We'll find out. 1, 2, 3, is he there? No, he's not there. What color should we try next? Let's try purple. Okay, let's do our chant. Octopus, octopus, playing hide and seek. Are you behind the purple door? Let's take a peek. 1, 2, 3, there. Ah, he is there. There's our octopus. An octopus has 8 arms, 8 tentacles, or sometimes they say 8 legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And here's a cool fact about that. The part of the word oct actually means 8. So octopus means that it has 8 of something, tentacles, arms, legs, whatever. There's another word that you probably come into contact with pretty frequently, even if you don't know it yet. and that is octagon. An octagon is a shape that has 8 sides. And the octagon you probably see most often is this sign. What does the sign say? I bet you know. Stop. Stop. And I hear that ah for the O right in there. And the shape is an octagon. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sides. So now you know octagon and octopus, and that oct means the number 8. Okay. Before our story, let's act out some things we can do with the letter O. Let's open a door. Okay, so you're gonna pull it. Open the door. Good job. Since it's a pretend door, we're gonna slam it. Slam! Let's open it one more time. Open the door. Now let's open a jar of something with a really bad odor. Have you heard that word before, odor? Odor means it smells, well, odor just means a smell. But if it has a bad odor, ooh, we're not gonna like the smell of that. Let's open it. Ooh, let's sniff it. Ooh, ooh, what a terrible odor. Let's put that cap back on that jar. Whew. And the last thing we're gonna do before our story is observe. Observe is another O word, and it's something that scientists do, and it's something that we can all do too. And basically it just means to watch really closely, to look at really closely and see if anything changes or anything's out of the ordinary. And so I would like you to observe the way I'm holding our book for today. Do you observe anything different about the way I would normally hold a book? Yeah, it's upside down. We can't read that book when it's upside down. Let's turn it around. This book is called Smiley Shark. And there's a shark with this big smile. Does this shark look friendly? I think a shark does look friendly. Yeah. Can sharks be friendly? We'll find out. Smiley Shark by Ruth Galloway. Far away in the deep rolling ocean lived Smiley Shark, the friendliest, sunniest, smiliest shark you could ever hope to meet. And every day, Smiley Shark watched the beautiful fish that dipped and dived and splished and splashed and played, and Smiley Shark longed to splish and splash with them. But whenever he smiled at them, whoosh, they swam away. Why do you think they would do that? Why would they swim away? Think they're scared that he's going to eat them? Could be. Smiley Shark swam up to angelfish. A fish that looks like that is called an angelfish. And he said, "Will you play with me?" What do you think angelfish did? Swoosh! Angelfish left as soon as she could. Then Smiley Shark swam up to Pufferfish, and Puffer was blowing bubbles, and Shark said, "That looks like fun!" But Puffer blew himself up into a big spiky ball and pricked poor Smiley Shark on the nose. That's a pretty cool thing a pufferfish can do when it's feeling threatened or scared. It'll go poof and blow up into a ball and have spikes on it. Can you imagine if we could do that? Might be pretty cool. But that's what Pufferfish did because he was so scared of Smiley Shark. And Smiley Shark showed his smile to jellyfish and octopus and catfish. And in a flash, whoosh, they all took off as fast as they could possibly swim. "Everyone is scared of my big white teeth," wailed Smiley Shark. He didn't feel much like smiling anymore. And then he noticed something the other fish didn't. They were splishing and splashing and playing, and he saw this. He observed that it looked out of place in the ocean. Can you tell what that is? It's a net. It's a net to catch the fish. And as soon as you know it, they are trapped. Trapped. And they cry, "Help, Smiley Shark, please help us." And Smiley Shark swam and swam around the net, and he couldn't think what to do. And then he remembered something he loved to do, and it might work this time. The only thing Smiley Shark could think to do was smile, smile. And our fisherman said, ah, and dropped the net. I'm getting out of here, he cried. Hooray, cheered the fish. We're safe. Thank you, Smiley Shark. Now, far away in the deep rolling ocean, Smiley Shark and all his friends can be seen diving and darting and dipping and splishing and splashing and blowing bubbles and smiling. And that is Smiley Shark by Ruth Galloway. Thank you for sharing that story with me. Okay, I would like you all to stand up. We're going to do a rhyme called Octopus Arms. So stand up, get ready to wave your arms around. We're going to say we have 8 arms, right? Nah, we just have 2. What would you do if you had 8 arms? What would you use those for? We'll find out what the octopus uses them for. So we'll do this rhyme twice. And first, if you could just follow the actions along, and then maybe by the second time, you might be able to fill in some of the rhymes, remember some of the words. So octopus arms goes like this. We're going to get up arm number 1. Arm number 1 goes swish, swish, swish. Can you make your arm go swish, swish, swish? Swish, swish, swish. Arm number 2 helps me catch fish. Arm number 3 pats my head. Arm number 4 makes sure I'm fed. Arm number 5 swims me to shore. And arm number 6 touches the ocean floor. Can you touch all the way down to the floor? Good job. Arm number 7 can pull and tug. And all 8 arms give me a hug. Good job. Let's do that one more time together. Make sure you're still standing up. Get our arm number 1 ready. Arm number 1 goes swish, swish, swish. Arm number 2 helps me catch, do you remember? Fish. Yeah, we completed the rhyme together. Arm number 3 pats my head. Arm number 4 makes sure I'm fed. Yes, right. Arm number 5 swims me to shore. Arm number 6 touches the ocean floor. Arm number 7 can pull and tug. And all 8 arms give me a hug. Good job. That's octopus arms. Okay, you can sit back down again. And we're going to do just a quick little rhyme about opposites. Opposites is another good O word, isn't it? Opposites. So for example, the opposite of night is day. And here we're going to do some different opposites about fish swimming down below. Let's see, what kind of fish should we choose? We saw some angelfish in that book. Let's make our hands 2 little angelfish. And our rhyme goes like this. 2 little angelfish swimming down below. One named Fast. Whoops, let's make that faster. 2 little angelfish swimming down below. One named Fast. The other named Slow. Swim away fast. Swim away slow. Swim back fast. Swim back slow. Okay, let's try a different kind of fish. How about a clownfish? Those are the orange and white striped fish, kind of like Nemo, if you've ever seen Nemo in a movie. Let's do clownfish. 2 little clownfish far from the crowd. One named Quiet. The other named Loud. Swim away, Quiet. Swim away, Loud. Swim back, Quiet. Swim back, Loud. Okay, good job, good job. Now, if you could take hold of something that you can wave around. So it could be, I've got a sock. At Storytime in the library, we'd be using scarves, right? So if you have a scarf at home, that would work. If you have a paper towel, that would work. If you have a washcloth or something like that, that will also work. So I'll give you just a second. Maybe you need to take off a sock And then we will do our final song together. Our final song has got a tune that I bet you will recognize. Do you know the song Wheels on the Bus? Yeah, okay. This song is going to be about the waves in the sea. They go up and down all day long, right? So that's what we'll do first. The waves in the sea go up and down, up and down, up and down. The waves in the sea go up and down all day long. And the boats in the sea go to and fro. The boats in the sea go to and fro, to and fro, to and fro. The boats in the sea go to and fro all day long. And I don't know if you've ever seen a dolphin leap out of the water. They leap out to breathe, so we're gonna be dolphins leaping way up high. So we're gonna throw our just a little bit into the sky and catch it, okay? The dolphins in the sea leap way up high, way up high, way up high. The dolphins in the sea leap way up high all day long. And how about the jellyfish? They jiggle, joggle, jiggle, they wiggle. So here we're gonna do. The jellyfish in the sea go wibble, wobble, weeble, jiggle, jaggle, jiggle, jiggle, joggle, jiggle. The jellyfish in the sea go wibble, wobble, weeble, all day long. What do we do in the sea? The kids in the sea. I like to splash. Okay, let's splash. The kids in the sea splash all day long, all day long, all day long. The kids in the sea splash all day long, all day long. Got you! Okay. And after we swim, can you use this as a towel? We all dry off, all dry off, all dry off. And after we swim, we all dry off. And that ends our song. Good job, everybody. Thank you for sharing a story with me about the letter O. Rhymes about octopi, octopuses, and the ocean. And it's time for our closing song already. So for our closing song, we need to put on a pair of glasses. It goes like this. We're gonna look up. We're gonna look down. We're gonna look all around and put our hands together and make a book. We can open it, and everything inside is gonna start with the letter O. So it's either gonna have that ah, ah, ah sound or that O, O, O sound. Let's find out. Oh no, it's an odiferous ogre! Ugh, close the book! Blech. What else could it be? Oh, it's an ostrich! It's burying its head in the sand. Ostriches like to hide by burying their head in the sand. So we'll close our book gently. What else could we have in there? I'm a little hungry. Let's have some oatmeal. Oh, it's a bowl of oatmeal. Yum! Get out your spoon. Nom, 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 nom. Thank you. That was just what I needed for my mid-morning snack. Okay, let's put our glasses on. And our song goes like this. These are my glasses. This is my book. I put on my glasses and open up the book. Now I read, 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 and I look, look, look. I put down my glasses and whoop, close up the book. All right, remember to play today and have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you for joining me. See you next time.